Like the announcer from the Fatal Fury series, get in the ring. Give a shout out to my SNK players worldwide. What's happening? What? Art of Fighting? What? World Heroes? What? King of Fighters? What? Samurai Shodown? Yeah. Kabuki Clash? Aggressors of Dark Combat? What? Don't get me. Last Blade? Oh, Samurai Shodown? What's up? What's up, SNK players? I'm just messing with y'all. Alright, let me stop playing here. Okay. The FTC and Microsoft is at it again. Okay, Phil Spencer. You need to get your I Had a Dream speech ready for next week. Listen to this. Says here FTC files complaint against Microsoft for recent Xbox layoff. Microsoft large layoff have drawn the attention and ear of the FTC, which has been against its Activision Blizzard merger from the start. Says the FTC argues that in laying off 1,900 workers, Microsoft reneged on keeping Activision Blizzard an independent operator. It says the regulatory battle over Microsoft acquisition of Activision Blizzard isn't over yet. It says per The Verge, the FTC has filed a complaint after the Xbox maker laid off 1,900 employees in January. In its complaint, the FTC claims Microsoft contradicted an earlier promise to maintain a pre-merger status quo. It wants the acquisition pause until it's complete a proper antitrust evaluation. By eliminating overlapping position, Microsoft went back on its word. As such, Activision Blizzard isn't actually operating independently, making it hard for the FTC to order relief in potential administrative proceedings. It says here, last summer the FTC filed a lawsuit, an injunction against Microsoft to prevent the merger. Both failed. It argues the new layoff underscore our needs for injunctive relief. Then it says our needs is in parentheses. It says here, beyond pausing the acquisition, the FTC has no other claims at present. Game developer contacted Activision Blizzard and Microsoft for comments and will update when a response is given. And that is that. So yeah, the FTC, Microsoft versus the FTC. The saga continues. Yeah, but Microsoft did say they weren't gonna mess with the development team. So yeah, maybe they got a little explanation to do. So the FTC is probably trying to use that to get at Microsoft. But once the deal is done, it's like, the deal is you are already lost in court, and the CMA already signed off on it. So it's like, yeah, Phil Spencer need to prepare his I Had a Dream speech next week. Oh yeah. They got some explanation. To do. Yeah. But other than that, man, the FTC is still at Microsoft. Still going after him. Yeah. Trying to put the deal on pause, but you already lost in court. You already filed an appeals and you lost that. The CMA signed off on it. The European Union supported Microsoft, so yeah, the saga continues. Yeah, about 1,900 people. That's a lot, and but then again, Microsoft is a $3 trillion company. So Apple is a $3 trillion company. Facebook has $1 trillion. So yeah, but Microsoft is a $3 trillion company, and they got a little explanation to do though. I mean, laying off 1,900 people, was that necessary? But then you got the explanation to do now of like, okay, which you putting your games on the competitors' platform, so the gaming universe is looking forward to that business expose or seminar, if you want to call it that. See what they're talking about. But yeah, 1,900 people. Um, then there's the physical versus digital argument. Not everybody. I mean, so, some people can afford. Some people can afford the internet. Others can't. And then some people, don't care for the internet too much. So how are you going to support all those three people if you're trying to go digital? Yeah. So the saga continues, man. Xbox. Because there are people that like physical copy. There's people that likes digital copies, and then there's people that like both physical and digital. That's one situation. Then you have people who love the internet. You got some people who don't. You got people who don't care about the internet. So yeah. And then how are you gonna satisfy both if you're trying to go all digital? So yeah. And then now you got the FTC now is still breathing down your neck, trying to get at you or come at you over the layoffs. Just saying. So they got some explanation to do. Next week. The deal is already signed off. So, and the courts are going to use the decisions made by the CMA, the Northern District Court with Jacqueline Scott Corley, her decision. So yeah, the deal is done. So it's like you're filing a complaint now. It's like, and then on top of that, you got the FTC and the Department of Justice. They're investigating Microsoft over over AI, artificial intelligence. So yeah, lots going on in the tech world, man. But FTC still at Microsoft. Yeah. Microsoft is a $3 trillion company now, along with Apple. Facebook has $1 trillion. Okay. Windows 11 user base is getting bigger now. Yeah, people are migrating to it. Yeah. Matter of fact, they were giving out Windows 11 for free, which I didn't even know because they when Windows 11 first came out, they were asking for TPM support, but I didn't know they were giving it out for free. I learned that about a few weeks after that. So yeah. But yeah, layoffs hurt. Microsoft is not the only company that's laying off people. You got companies and studios worldwide that are laying people off. So the FTC now is going to have a hard argument to try to go at Microsoft because if they try that, but then Microsoft can be like, we're not the only one that's just laying off people. We're not the only one. You got different studios laying off people. It's not just Microsoft. So yeah, but other than that, man, the video game industry moves on. Yeah, and layoffs, they hurt, they sting, they bite, but but you live, you learn, and you grow and keep pushing. Phil Spencer said, what he said, sales ain't the end all be all to video games. Well, layoff ain't the end all be all to life. So it hurts. Everybody goes through it. You know, I don't care. I don't care. I don't even. I don't care who. Even. I don't care who. Who is the richest and who ain't. Everybody got hit by layoffs. You'll be shocked. Some of your billionaires got hit by layoffs. They were fired. But they're not going to tell you though. They might use the money as a. They might use their fortunes and their and their the fortunes and the money they have as a distraction to make it look like they never went through being fired or being laid off or being terminated. But if you ask those billionaires, they'll tell you, I was fired once, maybe twice, maybe 3 times, or even 4. So, layoff ain't the end all be all to life, man. You know, a job loss ain't the end all be all to life. It's just a part of life, you know. So, you lick your wounds and keep pushing, you know. So, yeah. But yeah, the FTC they got they filed a complaint, but yeah, they're still at Microsoft, you know. Companies are being companies right now are laying off people. They are. Look, it's just the industry, you know. It's just the industry we live in, you know. And it's the world we live in, you know. Could layoffs be the love of money? It could be maybe a part of it, a little bit. But sometimes it could be layoffs is like the company don't have enough financial fundings, or they don't have enough money to keep them going, you know. So yeah, you know, that's why I told if you remember when the developers of Splitgate, when I made a video and I said when they had got that $100 million contract, I had told them, don't get a corporate office, get a warehouse and turn it into a studio so you can save some money. You know, so yeah, companies do layoffs all the time, man. You know? Whether it's sometimes it's intentional, sometimes it's deliberate, or sometimes it's just, the CEOs might not have a vision or a direction. They're trying to go in, or maybe they're just trying to be maybe they're just trying to get laid up. Maybe they're just getting laid up, and they're trying to get out of the business. So it happens, man. It's life, man. Just got to keep pushing. But Microsoft and the FTC, they're at it again. You know, so yeah. But next week, all eyes is on Phil Spencer. Yeah, he needs to have his I had a dream speech ready for next week. Anyway, I'm gonna leave this video for y'all to enjoy. Nice talking to you people again. Chris, still a Star Wars and Star Trek thing.